Have you ever heard a story so spooky you thought it couldn't possibly be true? Well, gather round, because tonight we're venturing deep into the Moonlight Forest, home to a legend that still makes the bravest creatures shudder. They say deep inside the forest, there's a strange bush no animal dares to go near. They call it the Whispering Bush. At night, when the wind howls and the moon casts long, eerie shadows, the bush is said to whisper softly, "Come closer, come closer." Now, there was a young hedgehog named Toby who was a bit of a skeptic. He thought the stories were just silly tales to scare little animals. One evening, while his friends huddled together, Toby just laughed. "It's just the wind," he declared. "Bushes don't talk." Ignoring all the worried looks and hushed warnings from his friends, Toby decided to prove them all wrong. He puffed out his chest and marched straight toward the part of the forest where the whispering bush was said to grow. As he walked, a strange quiet fell over the woods. The chirping of crickets stopped. The hooting of owls faded away. The forest held its breath. And then he heard it, a soft, chilling whisper that seemed to come from right beside his ear. "Come closer, Toby." His heart started to pound against his ribs like a drum. How did it know his name? He tried to tell himself it was just his imagination, but the whisper grew more insistent. He was standing right in front of the bush now. Its leaves were darker than the night sky around it. Suddenly, the leaves rustled violently, not from the wind, but from something moving within. Two glowing red eyes blinked open from the heart of the bush, staring right at him. The air grew icy cold and long. Shadowy branches began to stretch out from the darkness, like spindly fingers reaching for him. Toby froze in place, his quills standing on end. A deep, shadowy voice echoed from the bush. "You should not have come." Terror finally gripped him. He tried to scream, to run, but his legs were trembling so badly he couldn't move. The shadowy branches were just inches away from grabbing him when a brilliant, warm light suddenly flashed through the clearing. It was Old Turtle, the wisest and oldest animal in the forest, holding a glowing moss lantern. "Begone, spirit of the bush!" Old Turtle shouted, his voice firm and strong. The red eyes vanished in an instant. The whisper stopped. The cold air warmed, and the sounds of the forest slowly returned. Toby collapsed onto the soft moss, shaking uncontrollably. Old Turtle walked over and looked down at him with kind, ancient eyes. "Some stories are told to protect you, not just to scare you," he said gently. "Sometimes, fear is a shield." From that night on, Toby never mocked a warning again. And as the story goes, no animal has ever dared to go near the whispering bush after sunset. So, the next time you hear a strange whisper on the wind, maybe it's best to listen. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more spooky stories from the woods. Stay safe out there.